Welcome back to the Helpdesk of Geekshow. Geekshow Helpdesk.
Can we
That was
defragment
awkward.
our brains before we get started?
You're not supposed to defragment solid state drives, but solid state drives can still have errors. That is the truth.
That was weird, Tony. I didn't like it
there.
at all. In fact, I think we should back this boat up and start over.
Nope, the boat's already left the harbor.
It's already gone. Yep. So one way.
It's in the show.
Yep.
Anybody pull the anchor up before we left sail?
Nope. We're dragging.
We'll get that along. We'll get that along the way. This is the Geek Show Help Desk, where we talk about tech gadgets and science adjacent things, etc., etc. Let's start it off by introducing our illustrious panelists. Back from the dead, it's James.
Let's put it this way: barely back from the dead, Tony. Barely
nearly
back
dead.
from the dead.
Nearly dead. Which
You guys
we all
had
know
to
is
postpone the show.
very different.
40 minutes. 40
That is true.
American minutes.
That
for
is
me,
true.
Okay.
Yep.
Our
Did I mess
time
up
year
that
conversion
Princess
rate.
Bride?
What's the
Did I
conversion
mess
rate
up
on
that
American
Princess
minutes
Bride?
to something
That
else?
Princess Bride quote? Mostly dead.
Getting so many things thrown at me. This is what we call cross-channel messaging. What we need to do is we need
Okay,
to lay out
moving
some
along.
lanes to make sure our messaging.
And I got it muted. All right, it's Owen.
Hey, coming in with network problems, but still here.
Yeah.
That's me. Follow me on Twitter at Technon. Right?
Great job,
Are
Owen.
you announcing that? I don't know. This is bizarre.
No, you're doing good.
Yours, man.
It's
Okay.
Lando.
Heyo, it's Lando. That's it. That's me.
You're not on
Don't
Threads anymore? Did you leave like everybody else?
No, I'm on Threads yet because I signed the EULA, right? I signed the EULA. I'm
do.
still
You're
there,
there.
obviously.
You're always
Ever.
there.
But I have not
Forever.
opened up the Threads app in weeks.
Well, you know what they say. All of the companies went to Threads. All the people went to Blue Sky.
I would
You know
love to
who's
be on
also
Blue
Blue
Sky.
Sky?
Like
Our host.
Jaren.
His name's Tony.
Oh,
Hey.
Tony's on there. That's right.
Jaren's not on there. He wishes.
That's
I
right, it
am,
was
though.
you.
Check me out.
I better
on-
get an invite before Jaren does.
Check me out
That's all I'm
on
saying.
Blue Sky. It's just Quad T, QUADT, just like it says on.
That's so cool.
Am
On
I
the
ahead of
corner
Jaren
right
on the
there.
invite list at least?
Well, I already told you. You're number 317. So
Dude.
Is that ahead of Jaren?
barely. Jaren is 318.
Perfect.
So
See, I'm
As
number.
long as I'm
he
ahead of
told me-
Jaren, I'm winning.
He told me I'm number 4. So.
yeah. Owen's 4. Mm-hmm. James,
Excuse
you're
me?
number 3. So
Yeah,
so
he
you
gets
got-
to give one
you're coming
to
quick.
his dad and his cat and his wife, and then me.
Remember,
number 4.
Simon, my cat, is on there 17 different times. So
Yeah.
before Lando,
Oh,
he gets
Simon the cat's the
I would,
best.
I
though.
would, I would, I want one so bad, so bad.
Or you can find me on Geek Show, other Geek Show shows, podcasts, where all fine podcasts are. All right, let's see. Do we have any emails for the Geek Show Help Desk?
No, I don't think so.
Nothing.
Glad someone's
let me
This week?
checking.
see.
Okay. I thought Owen
Hold
was
on, I
on it.
checked
I mean, yeah.
No,
so-
I can't. I
inbox.
can't. I haven't been able to log in there yet,
Hold on, hold
and
on,
I
hold
better.
on. Let me
And
check.
I better not
Let me
try.
check.
And I better not try with my current network issues.
Okay, I
It's
will
really
check
hard.
real quick. Geek
I
Show
gotta
Help
sift through a
Desk
lot of
at
Tony's mom's
gmail.com.
email.
We do not have
back
any
over and
emails
see-
today.
Can you mute James again?
I'll think about it. No
We
emails
can't
today.
mute James.
If you
Okay.
do decide
Stealth.
you want to email us, geekshowhelpdesk at gmail.com. If you have any questions, comments, jokes, things of that nature. But let's
We
get
can take a
started.
Razin. Bring it, internet.
That's-
Only
that's
to
all we-
everybody else, not me. I
James.
can't take it.
That's
I'm
all
too
we
fragile.
do is
Taunt the
make fun of
internet,
each other on
James.
this show.
Yeah,
I'll make-
don't taunt the
And
internet.
especially Jaren, and especially when he's not here.
Yeah, Jaren, who is
yeah.
off on
Yeah.
vacation. I mean, I'll be on vacation next week, so I can't complain too much. But
Didn't you just get back from vacation?
just a little one. That was only a couple days
Okay.
to Central Utah. But that brings up an important thing. Next week, you will be getting a best of episode for it is a Gadget Spot episode that you will be getting, and the first
It's a good one.
We're going to cut it in half because those episodes were like over 90 minutes long. So Helpdesk is going to get the first half of that episode, and Geek Show Arcade is going to get the second half. And in the second half, you have the original Owen Bidet
Yeah.
story
Oh my
to look
gosh!
forward to.
I can't
You got the
believe
Owen- did you-
we're bringing this back.
Yep.
I went and listened to it, and it's pretty good. It's a pretty good story.
It was,
So-
I mean, I was rolling. So it's look forward to that. So next week will be a best of week, and we're taking the week off because a bunch of us will be out of town or otherwise indisposed. All right. What do we got this week? We got some interesting stories, I guess.
I guess.
I'm just selling it real
Maybe.
good here. I want to start off with this, though, because I've been curious ever since I saw it added to the notes, Lando. You are going to review the Echo Buds.
So yeah, no,
2023
we're gonna have
models,
I want to have a quick conversation. So you gave these things like a 9 out of 10?
because of the price.
I don't know if the price can make up how poopy these things are.
Okay, what are you talking about?
So I put these things in my ear, right? And they're open ear earbuds.
Yeah.
And I'm expecting the bass to suck.
Yeah.
The bass, first of all, I was like, holy cow, there's a ton of bass in these things.
Okay.
And that was the last good thought I had. The next thought was like, now there's too much bass. Where's the highs and mids?
Did you,
It's so muddy and gross.
Did you
This
try
music sounds terrible.
adjusting?
Yeah. The EQ.
The
I had an
EQ.
EQ in both the Alexa app and in the Spotify app. I'm doing all this work to make these things sound like horrible. And they're so poopy. They're so bad. They sound awful.
Maybe it's your ears.
It could
Maybe
be
it's your
either
ears, eh?
ears, or maybe you got a bad pair, because I didn't think they sounded bad. They
Yeah.
sounded
I
fine
mean, Tony-
for open ears.
No,
I mean,
they
Tony, did yours
sounded-
fall way down in? Like, because you got bigger ear holes.
Yeah, that's
No,
a good
if-
point. Did they fall in?
If that
Did
was
they
the
fall
case,
in
the
and make a
bass would have
seal?
been extra loud.
They
No,
they
that-
only
okay.
I paid $35 American dollars for these things. They took 2 weeks to ship. Don't know what that's about.
because you bought it around Prime Day time when they sold 1 billion of them.
Yeah, that's probably it. But yeah, like they just didn't sound good, and they still don't sound good, even after doing a ton of work on them.
Huh.
So yeah,
Everyone
my
else I've talked
experience
to
was
that's
not
used them has
great.
said they sound fine. So I don't
No.
know what to
Does
tell
Ask
you.
your
anybody want to
kids.
buy them
Ask
for
your-
me?
Ask your kids, Lando, see if they like them.
I mean, they had a surprising amount of bass. That's the good part about them.
Did you try with books and podcasts? Because those are the kinds of things that I recommended you use those headphones for.
Yeah,
those
for
earbuds
podcasts they're fine. For YouTube videos they're fine.
Yeah.
For music they're super they're just muddy. There's too much bass and there's no highs or mids, which is weird to say for open ear earbuds. Usually it's the exact opposite, right?
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
They're just
think
muddy and
maybe
gross.
you got a bad
I've had
pair.
cheapo Anchor headphones that are better than these things. I don't know. That's my review. If I were to give them like the price does
do you-
add to their score, but they're still like a 4 out of 10 for
What do you
me.
think of the Apple AirPods? We need a point of reference.
So I didn't have the Apple AirPod Gen 2s. I had the Gen 1s. I did have one earbud eventually die and start being really poopy on me. But before that happened, I would have given them like a 9. I mean, I'm the Apple shill. I get that. Like, they're Apple, so it's hard for me to like say anything bad about them.
You can't compare those though. Those are
But yeah, they're bad to compare.
$160 earbuds versus $35 earbuds.
And I would buy another pair of the Apple ones, except for they're just too much money for me right now. So that's why I bought these cheap ones. And I expected to be disappointed. I expected it. But my level of disappointment was much lower than I thought because Tony's review was so good.
They sound fine to me, and everyone
Maybe-
I've talked to, they sound fine. You might have got a lemon, man.
Maybe I got a lemon, and maybe I should try replacing them. That's a good idea.
I would try replacing them.
The other thing is like I am an audio engineer, right? So I do have pretty picky audio ears. So there is that. Maybe
your
Tony's
broke.
I
ears
don't know.
just suck more than we've ever thought.
I have pretty picky ears too. I mean,
I thought so too.
Didn't you go
That's
into
why
school
this
for
whole
audio
thing just makes
stuff,
no sense to
Tony?
me. That's why we're even talking about it right now. It's just the difference in like expectations versus what I received versus Tony review. Like I don't understand.
I
That's
don't know
it.
what to tell you.
That's
I would
the thing.
try. I would try to get them swapped, man. That doesn't.
Your
that doesn't-
mileage may vary then.
apparently, because that's not the experience I had, nor is it the experience of anyone else that I've.
And
talked
setting
to
them up
that
was a
has them.
pain. I had to download the stupid Alexa app. Ugh.
You don't
that
have the
sucked.
Alexa app?
Why would I have the Alexa app, Tony?
Do you not have any Alexa devices in your house?
Negatory.
Oh well,
He's
that's why.
banned from it because of who I'm married to.
See, I already had several in my house, so I
Change the
paired
name.
it. I paired it, and immediately
Already
it pops
tried
up in the
changing the
app,
name.
and it's like, "Hey, we see your Echo earbuds right here. Let's set them up for you." Boom, done.
Not even
Easy
that.
peasy.
Once I got into the app, I still had to go like find like where do I add these things? How do I mess with them? Where's the EQ on these things? Because that's important. Finding the EQ for those was a nightmare.
I think it was just user inexperience with the Alexa app.
That's what it sounds like. A bit of the ID10T error, I think, might be the problem.
I know what you're doing. I'm not going to bite because you're wrong.
Owen,
I'm not dumb. I'm an IT professional.
Owen, I just noticed. Are you in a closet?
Makes you smart?
I'm in a closet. I am in a closet.
Oh wait, that goes on YouTube. I can't do that anymore.
Why are you in a closet, bud?
I have to blur it now.
You know,
come out of the closet, buddy.
I'll let you know later. After
why don't you have anything on those shelves?
He's trying
because
he had to find a quiet place.
I had to find a quiet place.
Are you on vacation?
No.
Oh, that's interesting.
Don't put this episode on YouTube.
He's having network problems at his house, James.
Yeah, his house totally looks like Aspen outside. I've seen your house from the front yard.
I've seen
you like how when I started saying something that got him nervous, his internet connection went bad.
He's got internet problems this week.
Yeah. I've got an
also, it's weird that you've seen his front house, and that was the
weird? I've Google Earth everybody here.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, speaking of that, the Google Earth car just drove by, and we were like doing landscaping work in our front yard. It's going awful.
You got in there? Yeah, you got in there.
Did you move?
My wife is. I'm not in it, but my wife's in it doing landscaping, digging up in the dirt.
Landon doesn't do hard-handed work. He does soft-handed work.
That's right.
Keyboard stuff.
Yeah, get your Echo earbuds replaced. See if
I'll try that
replacement makes any difference for you.
I threw the box away though, and I'm pretty upset about it.
But the other factors on that one, why I gave it a high score is the technology you get for the $35. You have the built-in AI assistant, which is pretty great, connected to your phone, and then for $35. And then you also have Bluetooth 5.3, so you have multi-point connection for $35, which you won't find in any other earbud.
Yeah, I can't use Hey Siri with them, so.
Yeah, you use the Alexa app.
Yeah, but Alexa can't make phone calls for me. I can't say, "Hey Siri" or "Hey Alexa, call James" on my cell phone. Damn it, Siri.
Sure can.
I think it will if you set it up correctly.
Yeah, you sure can. We do.
It's
IT professional.
A Star or something. I forget what it's called. It's not Starlink. It's something else.
Star 69?
It's dope. Like my buddy did the same thing at his house. You can do it with Google devices. You can have everything sync up with Siri.
Just ties together.
Like he made his Ring TV come up on his Apple TV. I've never seen that before. That's amazing.
That's HomeKit stuff. Yeah.
Set up a that sounds cool.
Jaron has that.
I bought a smart switch. I bought one of those Lutron switches so I could turn my porch lights on and off with the sunset and sunrise. That was pretty dope.
Yeah,
Jaron who?
Jaron
Who's Jaron?
Jaron. You guys don't remember Jaron? He used to be on the show.
That's right.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to let him come on here and guest star every once in a while, right?
Weird.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about artificial intelligence since we mentioned it earlier. Guess what Meta's doing? They have decided they are going to create artificial intelligence personas that you can interact with and learn from. And they're going to start with Abraham Lincoln.
Dude, this is my favorite thing.
How fast is it going to go racist?
Hopefully not that fast. But you never know.
We'll see how long it takes him to emancipate.
So here's what they're doing is basically they're using their AI stuff that they have to create what they call personas, or what they're calling personas. It might be a code word for it right now, like a code name for it. But they want to be able to have these personas that interact with you on their services, like Facebook, Instagram, blah blah blah.
Like a chat bot?
Kind of like a chat bot, and they're going to offer new ways to search and make recommendations.
I do not understand why people are so. Oh, I can't say that word.
No, it's
so excited about chatbots. Like I don't get it.
You don't. No, here's the thing. Okay, how many books about Abraham Lincoln have there been? Right.
Quite a few times,
now you're telling me I can learn directly from the sources if I'm chatting.
No,
with
you're not. No, you're not. You're taking all those books. You're letting a computer see his speech patterns, and then reply in his likeness, that's not the same thing as learning from him.
tell
That's
you
just being like, would you like your answers to be in the likeness of Abraham Lincoln? So like, when you're like, hey, do you know
don't even act like you've never used Wikipedia and tried to pass it off as real life.
Come on. You're gonna go ask directions from Abraham. You're gonna
Wikipedia
is James an AI?
He might
listen. Okay, first off, you can't prove that in court that I am AI. Okay, you need physical evidence. Second, don't act like you never used Wikipedia, which is basically just the public's opinion on the subject that it's on the page. Okay, that's basically all we're talking about at this point.
So, I just want my answers. I want my search questions answered in like 7 weeks ago. Nintendo released Pokemon, whatever. Like,
So, yeah, that's the thing is I would love what James was talking about because there are several episodes of Star Trek Voyager where Captain Janeway goes into the holodeck to talk with a hologram-made version of Leonardo da Vinci. And
I remember those episodes.
Advice from Leonardo da Vinci on several things, and there was other versions of that. They've done
that through the
storytelling
whole
tool,
right?
in Generations and
right.
stuff like that. Star Trek Next Generation and things. But I think in Next Gen it was who did they talk to in Next Gen a lot? I can't remember. The only one I'm thinking of right now is how Data would pretend to be Sherlock all the time in in the holodeck. But anyway,
I don't remember. Yeah.
But yeah, so that would be really cool if they could take all of that and make artificial intelligence replica, basically, of Abraham Lincoln. But
are they going to do it in VR?
I was going to say, if they're doing it in VR, this is like holodeck, which is nice.
Yeah, they might. There's no reason why they couldn't do that with their stuff they have in VR already with the Quest and things like that. Yeah. So
it's just really hard because you have to have so much like training material for AI to be able to put together something, and a lot of famous figures don't have that type of.
They would be limited for sure.
Well, they don't have a lot of first party. They got a lot of third party.
Exactly. That's another thing.
Which is not as good.
Yeah, you have to take into account that if it's from historical figures, it's what people think they know about the historical figures that they've written down. So,
let's put it this way. It's this or nothing. What do you want?
Nothing. I'll give this a shot.
Want this. Listen, I don't know what's in a hot dog. Cool. It's tasty. I don't know if this metaphor translates, but give me the AI. I want to talk to Abraham Lincoln. You guys sound like you're getting ready.
But again, this is just text. It's just the chat bot, right? It's not going to have any voice associated with it
yet. So that'd be the next step for sure, though.
Yeah. I'm not going to get excited for this until there's a VR component.
A voice or a video.
Yeah, because like I said, I don't get chatbots. I hate using them. I hate talking to them. I hate the experience of using them. Except for ChatGPT, that thing's awesome.
Except for ChatGPT.
It would be
as
stupid.
a late stage adopter, Landon. How do you still feel about ChatGPT?
I use it all the time. In fact, right now I am working on my job to integrate ChatGPT 4 in Microsoft with our own data.
So would you say that your opinion has?
You're gonna let them have it?
I think so. We're working toward it. From my understanding, it's a separate copy of ChatGPT hosted on our quote unquote our own servers in the cloud, completely on its own virtual network, segregated away from everything with our data.
Sounds like somebody needs to talk to Abraham Lincoln.
Segregation.
That's a tie-in. That was good, James.
That was actually secession, not segregation.
Dude, I started rewatching.
Segregation was in
season 3.
Oh my gosh, that came later. I mean, that started there and then came anyway. Whatever. History. Look it up.
Get good.
Get good.
Get good.
Learn the things.
Come on, Jaron.
So we're not doomed to repeat it.
I mean, odds are,
All right. Let's
People get stupider with more information. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I was thinking about that just the other day. Like, we have more information at our fingertips than we've ever had in our entire life, and I feel like people are dumber.
Well, they take it for granted that it's
just give me the Cliff Notes. Yeah, just give me the Cliff Notes, guys.
See, just like
people are lazy. They don't want to learn, or read, or absorb, or understand.
All right, adios.
Did you hear that sigh?
Let's say adios to incandescent bulbs.
It's finally here.
Yeah.
It's
that,
finally here.
That was still
they
around?
finally have been banned. So back in 2014, there was a big like incandescent bulbs will eventually be banned, and there was like a bunch of press, and then of course now it's been what, say 8 years later, 9 years later, and it's finally here. I don't know, math. Anyway, 2014 to now. So the law is now in effect. The Energy Department of Energy will officially be they'll officially be suing companies that continue to sell incandescent bulbs in their stores, online or whatever,
or produce them.
And there's of course a long or produce them. Right? You can. I mean, they can still produce them. They just can't sell them in the U.S. So, but yeah, so it's not. You don't have to stop using them if you have them. That's not illegal. If you've got a big stock, if you're one of those people that were like, I have to have an incandescent bulb, I can't live without an incandescent bulb, and you went and bought a nuclear war stash of them, like a bunker of them, you could still use those all you want. That's not illegal to do. But
first of all, foolish
buying them
because
first of all,
now you have a whole ton of bulbs that just use way more energy and cost you more to run than an LED, and also don't last as long as an LED.
Exactly. LEDs, they market them, they say last for 10 years. Anybody who's used an LED bulb knows that is false. But they do last a lot longer.
They do, yeah. And it's not I would bet you that most of the time it's not the LED element that breaks. It's the electronics around the LED element that fail before the 25-year estimation. So, but yeah, point is, light bulb doesn't work.
So except for these exceptions, there are 26 exceptions.
That's a lot of exceptions.
Let me read some of these. Appliance lamps, okay. Blacklight lamps, okay. Bug lamps, colored lamps. So it comes to some of these general service. Here's a good one. Left-hand thread lamps.
Left-hand thread lamps have an exception.
Left-hand thread lamps have an exception. You can still make and sell those.
Maybe there's just so few of them that they don't matter. Like left-handed people.
I feel like there must be some U.S. military.
I'm just kidding.
Is Jaron left-handed? Please tell me he is.
No, that was just a lefty joke.
I was hoping to dig on Jaron.
Like, we've made all the scissors we'll ever need. What are we gonna do next?
I feel like that left-handed thread one is like, look, we've still got this one base down in South America.
Threads.
Yeah, it's down in South America, and look, all they can do is buy left-handed thread lamps. So
no LED manufacturers are making left-handed lamps, left-handed thread bulbs. So we got to keep going with these incandescent.
They scored the military contract and they're set.
Mine service lamps. Here's MR-shaped lamps that have a first number symbol equal to 16, diameter equal to 2 inches. That's defined. Like, there's some pretty unique. It's some pretty unique carve-outs to this law. Silver bowl lamps. Don't know what that is.
Those are cool.
And traffic signal lamps.
You know what those are?
Silver bowl lamp. If they're the ones,
no, you don't.
There are these bulbs you can buy.
There's no way.
The bottom half of them.
How does he know this?
Is coated in metal and silver, so that the light goes back against whatever you screwed the bulb in.
Instead of flashlight. So like flashlight bulbs, maybe.
But backwards. I saw some in a restaurant the other day. They didn't have any sort of cover on them, just the bare bulb, but the back half of the bulb was silver.
I've seen those.
I think that's what they're talking about.
So it splashes the light.
I'm gonna Google this. I'm gonna Google this.
It's like a reverse halogen.
I'm not buying Tony's BS.
It splashes the light back, so you're not staring into a light bulb if you look at the light bulb, but you still get all the light.
So
look it up.
Politically, of course, this took some heat. Trump back.
Dang it, Tony.
Was I right?
In the Trump,
yes.
Suck it, Lando.
In
the Trump administration, they blocked the phase out. They were like, no, let people choose their light bulbs. In 2019, he blocked it, but now with the Biden administration get back into the Paris Agreement and all that, it's back on. And in fact, George W. Bush his administration was the one that started mandating higher light bulb efficiency.
It came from a GOP-led organization in the beginning, But
yeah,
I don't know. When you're fighting against this stuff, and here's the thing: If you're fighting against this stuff because you have a bunch of bulbs that you want to use, that's fine. This doesn't affect you. You can still use all those bulbs, like you said.
But what happens when I run out, Tony?
Then you buy an LED bulb and realize,
fit in the
But they don't look as good. I don't like them. And
I've been wasting so much electricity with these incandescent bulbs.
I think the
Tony,
biggest
I agree
part
with
is
you.
that
I've been wasting money. It's
I feel like the biggest
Let's take out
the biggest issue is that they can't get over the name change. They can't they're like, when I need a 60-watt bulb for this room. They've had that. They know what that is.
And guess what?
60-watt bulb
because
it says comfortable.
It says
60-watt
bulb equivalent. You know,
That's in the small print.
What's that?
That's in the small print,
word
Tony.
equivalent?
What they say on there is what they say on the big box on the big print. It says 13 watts.
Yeah.
And then underneath in small print, it goes equivalent to a 60-watt bulb. And people nowadays just read the headline. And that's
right.
it.
They don't
That's
even
the
get
problem.
Trained us to only read so much.
They don't even get to the third paragraph.
Yeah,
That's
man.
me.
I feel like I got on that
But to be
early.
fair, New York Times has kind of done the same because you can read this much, and then you got to pay.
Well,
I hate
yeah,
that.
That is
And I'm
the
not paying.
worst. But
Not
yeah,
doing
I don't know. The fact of the matter is, eventually this would have probably been phased out anyway, just by the market in general.
By the market,
you
because
know?
it's not as efficient to buy them
I
or
think
to make them.
if they had tried to foist this onto consumers earlier than now, it would have definitely been worth having a problem with. But LED lights have come down so much in price
Oh yeah.
that it's
For sure.
it's a no-brainer to buy LED lights anyway because they save you money. Even take environmental factors out of it completely. Say that, oh, I want to watch the world burn. Well, do you want to watch the world burn or do you want to save money? Well, I
How
like
are you
saving.
going to watch the
I
world
like
burn if
saving
you don't
money.
have a good light bulb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
you-
look
that's
at it
how
purely
you-
from a consumer money point of view, and it's like, oh, this saves me money. I like saving money.
Like, just think if you... I'm on a mission to change every bulb in my house. I haven't quite been able to do it yet.
Yeah.
I still have... I'm still waiting on my next pack, and it's been, 8 years. So, anyway, but like, you can save, like, 15% of your power bill just by changing lights.
So look at it
Are
this
you-
way.
Do you have smart bulbs? Or are they just LED bulbs?
Just LED.
Well, the smart ones are going to be
LED.
more expensive, yeah, but the LED ones now are super affordable.
That's what my house came with, was LED lights, which
Yeah,
is
so-
good because some of them are like 20 feet in the air.
Right, yeah. But yeah, it's anyway. I
Okay.
think we're beating a dead horse at this point, but
It was dead, 5 minutes ago.
pro LED bulbs.
Of course, if
I don't
Jaren
know
was here, we'd be
anybody-
going for the next 10 minutes, so that's fine.
No.
Take it,
No,
Jaren.
I like that Jaren's probably listening to this with his vein bulging right now, just being like, "It's over. Move on, Tony."
This is how I feel about when you guys talk about graphics cards for 8 hours.
Why does Tony let them ramble on? But the moment I talk about Zelda or whatever, I don't know whatever Jaren likes. Is
Tesla
It
cars.
just goes to show how much you listen to him.
Batteries.
I don't know what he's talking about.
whatever Jaren likes.
Yeah.
And you know the best part is? He has to wait 2 weeks to, come back at us.
That's true.
Where is he? Is he on vacation right now?
He's on vacation. All right, let's see. Here's a win for the consumer. Big win for the consumer. Actually, no, we're not going to talk about this. This consumer win is going to be in arcade because I put it in the arcade notes, and we don't have hardly any arcade notes, so we're going to save it for that show.
I'll have to
Perfect.
milk out the what it's called, the game show I'm gonna do for you guys in arcade. I'll milk it good.
Okay, good.
Yep.
All right,
I
this
guess.
is
Make eye contact.
this is pretty cool here. Lando, I get a wax on about CPUs for a minute here, so get ready. Here we go.
Is it about how awful it is to understand how the Intel SKUs and Intel naming scheme works? Is that what we're going to talk about?
Oh no, but
That's awful.
That got really bad, and AMD's is not that much better right now, to be frank. So, but this is about AMD CPUs because AMD announced a new line of mobile CPUs that is going to be coming into gaming laptops in the near future. So their friggin' sweet desktop CPUs that have the 3D V cache.
Yes.
That have loads and loads of what is it, layer 3 cache or layer 2 cache?
That layer 3 cache is the best.
It's better than layer 2
good.
by a factor of 1.
Love that layer whatever cache. Well, they've decided to bring that to mobile devices now.
Amazing.
Because
of money and because of market demand. The
Fame.
Ryzen 9 7945 HX3D.
HX3D? Are you kidding me?
HX3D.
what does the 3D stand for?
What's the HX stand for?
I don't know what the HX stands for.
It sounds cool though.
Probably for
HX.
high execution.
Sure. So it's going to have 16 cores, and 8 of those will have access to that big fat 3D V cache.
Why not all of them?
There. That's just how they work. Because
Could I use it to chat with Abraham Lincoln?
At some point you will, yeah. Even the desktop ones only have 8 cores that use the 3D V cache on the.
8's less than 9, but more than 6.
Maybe we should go 5D V cache so all 16 cores can use it.
No, that's a.
Do you think they thought about that?
Terrible idea. It's level 2 cache, by the way. Oh wait, is it level 3? Oh, it says a combined.
You better check.
It's got a combined level 2, level 3 cache of 80 megabytes, which is real big. Real big.
Now, is that added to each other or times with each other?
Added, not multiplied.
5.
Added. So, look for that. It's going to give you more frames in your games. Good stuff right there.
That was my favorite part, is that you rhymed that last part, and I have nothing sarcastic to say to that. That was the best.
That was really good.
That
was really good.
Right?
I enjoyed it.
Good. Like a little shot of nicotine, and I didn't have to pay for it out of a pack.
Not too shabby. All right. Speaking of consumer goods, though, smart devices are going to start to be under more scrutiny for cybersecurity. The FCC is going to start having a new cybersecurity label that devices that are IoT will have to qualify for to get.
This sounds like a good thing.
This is a good thing because currently right now, I guess there isn't one, or if there is, it's super weak. But IoT devices are major targets for...
So it's like PCI, but for IoT.
PCI?
PCI security. It's the credit card industry security standard.
Oh, okay. See,
How do you not know this?
I was thinking of PCI lanes
Express,
in a computer.
You?
Yeah,
the Express lanes. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
What does that have to do with
no,
it?
PCI security policies for credit card companies, right? But this is like that real, because like that sucks. It sucks to have to like most people like outsource. Wow, my brain just did not work there for like 20 seconds. It was a Jared Boz.
You had like a stroke.
I thought it was my internet.
No, most people outsource their credit card crap to other companies because it sucks to be matched so much. So
yeah,
hopefully this is like that, and it's good.
PCI is a compliance. They have if you take payments and stuff like that, you have to have PCI.
Yeah, the only thing different is PCI is regulated and implemented by the vendors, so Visa, MasterCard. Those are the ones that have gotten together. It's not a government entity.
Oh, okay. I got you. So, this program is meant to cover connected devices commonly found in your house, like smart refrigerators, smart microwaves, smart TVs,
cameras.
Smart climate control systems like your Nest or your Ecobee, things like that.
It's funny. I'm not worried about all those things. It's the cameras I'm most worried about.
Well, here's the problem. It's not just the cameras that you should be worried about. You should be worried about anything connected to your network, because if they can get into your smart refrigerator and then use that as a gateway to get to the rest of the devices on your network, that's a big problem.
That makes sense.
So
this is the first time. This isn't the first time that companies have been regulated to have that type of security. I don't know if you remember. It was probably 2014 or 2016 when they started mandating that routers had to stop putting a default password, the same password in there.
Right.
Because consumers would buy the router, hook it up, and it worked out, and it worked out of the box, and it was admin. Now you'll have all of them. The initial setup it'll still be admin, but the initial setup will usually force you to change the password.
Yeah.
Or it will be a sticker on the back of the modem that's random.
That's what I was going to say. All the ones I've set up in the last couple of years has had the randomized password already set for you. So you can change it, obviously, but it is a randomized password right
Whatever,
out.
don't
The
change
people who
it.
keep
Leave it
those
as
passwords,
admin.
though, I hate those people. What, James?
Keep it as admin. Okay,
Well,
you wanna live loose.
We know how to break into
loosey-goosey.
James's network.
Freaking let me, dude. We used to roll around neighborhoods and try to break into people's internet and change their passwords just to
Or
teach them lessons.
driving.
No regrets.
Wonder what the statute
You-
of
and you
limitations
guys remember-
is on that confession.
But you guys remember
I don't know
a
crap.
few years ago?
I'd do it again.
A few years ago, remember the Mirai botnet? A few years ago,
Yeah.
it was a coordinated IoT attack where they a lot of times they're not even after the IoT stuff is not just to get into your network. If they can, great, but a lot of times all they want to do is redirect that device to go ask a server a question, and then they use that as a DDoS attack against companies, and there have been some major payouts from big companies that are just pay to make this go away.
Yeah,
and they
just
pay
make this stop. Yeah.
just to make it stop, and then they harden their network afterwards, and they have a root cause analysis, and they figure out where their weak points were. But there's companies that will just pay to stop a DDoS attack because it's so damaging to their business, and tracking it down takes so much longer in the red tape. So, but yeah, the Mirai network, I think it attacked Yahoo, and took Yahoo down, which is huge. But it was an insane amount of devices that were attacking their DNS, like doing the DDoS
attack, denial of service.
Denial of service.
Distributed denial of service. But yeah, so a bunch of manufacturers, retailers, and whatnot have already signed on and said they're going to support it. Google, Samsung, Logitech, Amazon, Best Buy, and the Connectivity Standard Alliance, which is the Matter smart home standard people.
So what you'll start to see is on the marketing, on the branding, and on the packaging, you'll start to see security, kind of like we saw with Energy Star, right?
Exactly like Energy Star. It'll have a little logo right there, and you'll know, okay, this meets the security requirements.
Right.
So
it's something that companies will eventually, just like Energy Star, it'll just be something they can pay for. So
let's hope not, but that is the way the world works. So thanks for that, Owen.
Thanks, Owen. That was a nice, happy thought to end on.
That's great. That's great. All right. Let's see. Speaking of government entities, FTC is at it again. Who
Is
are
this
they
the
coming
good
after?
FTC or the bad FTC?
Who are they going after this time?
No,
Owen?
the FTC's taking a big swing. You know who they're swinging at? They're swinging at Amazon.
That's a big one. So, that's a big one.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, they're going to try and break up Amazon.
Good luck.
And so, and I'm like, man, after they just got handed their hat by Microsoft, I guess they're just out there trying to get some good PR, or maybe to take another horrific loss.
Yeah, we'll see.
But
I think the people in charge of the FTC right now are just trying to make a name for themselves by taking out someone big. That's what it sounds like to me.
I think if you compare Amazon to Microsoft, though, they put a lot of effort in. No, they didn't. They didn't put a lot of effort in Microsoft. They went after.
Well, they showed up on time.
That's sort of what they did. But with Amazon, I feel like they've probably been. And you have to. I mean, Amazon and Microsoft are not the same. Amazon has some very predatory tactics. Like if you're a seller on Amazon, they will wait for a device. They have all the data, right? They have all the sales metrics. So they'll wait for a device to start that show dedicated like marked points of something that they know is going to go on demand. And Amazon will in-house make their own and white box it and put their name on it and compete with that seller that they got the data from the seller using it on their site.
You know, so everything I hear about Amazon sucks.
But
it really is predatory.
Here's the thing. How is that any different than what every store has done for decades with their generic brand?
I think
Costco knows
the
what
data and the predatoriness.
No way. It's the same thing.
Like
Costco knows what you buy.
Right.
They know that people want to buy vodka, so they make their own vodka. They know that people want to buy applesauce packets, so they make their own applesauce packets.
I think
same
it's
thing
the
with
scale.
Walmart.
I think it's the scale. I think it's the scale.
And Great Value. Walmart and Great Value is the exact same thing.
No, I'm with Tony. I switched sides. I'm with Tony on this one now.
There is no difference here. I'm not saying it's right, but it is the exact same thing.
Makes an effort to make a better thing.
I'll
Amazon,
agree with that.
it is a race to the bottom.
Kirkland is usually equal or better quality than whatever they're competing
It's true.
with.
The Kenneth Kirkland series on TikTok is one of my very favorites.
And they usually approach the primary maker for a white label deal first.
Yeah.
I think
and
where Amazon gets in trouble is that if you go to Walmart, you can see Western Family and you can see Kraft right on the same shelf. Amazon controls your search metrics too. They control what you see first.
You're
they
right
put
about
their results
that.
above everybody else, and they took the data from these people that are creating and selling a product.
No, I don't. That's no different. They know exactly who.
I know. They got that.
How many units
from them?
How many units of whatever Walmart sells, and they say we sell a lot of these. Let's make our own version.
Yeah, and people buy shelf space at Target or Walmart, right?
100%.
So
But you'll see
it's not any different than Amazon.
Exactly. And you'll see it happen too with like unique things though, not just generic things. Like if there is a run on this type of silicone spatula.
Silicone.
You'll see all of a sudden an Amazon, silicone spatula. You'll see an Amazon Basics pop up with one of those.
For sure.
And where I think the FTC has a case is that Amazon controls what and when you see. And I'm sure, and I believe, and there are complaints.
But so does Walmart and Target and other places.
Only on their online platforms.
No, even in stores, like
shelf space for sure as well.
Shelf space, location of the shelf, location of the store, that all matters.
Sure.
I think you have a little bit of a point with the search results thing.
Yeah, because they can also completely not display them. They can put them at the very end.
So it is a little different in that aspect, but it's still kind of similar.
Yeah.
But as far as everything else goes with their white label stuff, I think the FTC, if this is what they're going after again,
this is a white whale. This is a white whale, right?
They can't win because the standard has already been there for decades with,
and it's too
every
ubiquitous.
big box retailer.
It's too ubiquitous. You can't take down Amazon. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, it's so synonymous with shopping now.
The best thing they'd be able to do is the same thing. Yeah, the same thing that the EU did with Microsoft to break it up. How you had to, guarantee that Microsoft didn't install Internet Explorer on Windows and had to be installed separately as a third-party app. So they could do, some sort of weird thing like that. But as far as like actually shutting them down or anything like that, no way.
I don't think it's a battle. I just don't think it's a battle they can win. But I do feel like they've been compiling this case for a lot longer.
Maybe.
And this is a restructure. I mean, Amazon, as of on this article, it says that's a $1.3 trillion empire. Yeah. It's just like, I guess that chair, the FTC chair, Lena Khan. Anyway, she wants to make her mark. That's what they're like, a legacy.
Guys, we got to do something here, or else they're going to start asking questions.
Like, okay. Seriously really fell on our face. Like, I got my A handed to me in Congress for the Microsoft thing.
They're going to start taking away Taco Tuesdays and Stir Fridays around here. We gotta start doing something. You guys want donuts on Wednesdays? Okay.
Then we gotta win a case. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on this one.
I feel like Microsoft. We thought Microsoft was a big target, right? We felt like Microsoft was a big target, but Amazon is like a white whale.
Well, here's the thing: is Microsoft is an equally large target with Amazon, but FTC was targeting specifically the video game branch of Microsoft, so it felt smaller than it actually was. But Microsoft is an over $1 trillion company too. It's one of the, I think, 4 that exist right now, 4 or 5. So, but we'll keep an eye on this and see where it goes, if it goes anywhere. But unless they're going to go for a different angle, if that's the angle they're going for on this one, I don't think
good luck.
Gonna have much to go on there.
I'm not even confident in their competence anymore after seeing their performance with Microsoft.
Especially after that, listening to the way that the judge talked to them during the trial. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
It was weird what they entered into like evidence. It's like, here's this chat history of somebody that was really mean when I play Halo, and I don't like it.
So we need to break them up.
Shut it down. Yeah. He said things about me that just weren't true, and actually weren't nice. Science.
insulted my mother. My mother.
I was really. We were playing Call of Duty, and I said,
that?
"I'm coming for you." Like, can you imagine? It's just like somebody that got trolled in COD, Call of Duty. It was like, "That's it. You'll never work in this town again." And then they went after him. I don't know.
I'm gonna go talk to my friends at the FTC, and you're gonna be in trouble.
My mom works at the FTC.
So much trouble.
You know who my mom is? It's Lena Khan, and she's coming after you.
You don't even know. Benedict Cumberbatch played her Khan once, and he's Doctor Strange now. He's Doctor Strange now.
So powerful.
What are you talking about, James?
It's just free.
You're so far down.
Welcome to the internet of holes and things. Like,
welcome to the stream of consciousness that is James.
Stream of consciousness.
That tracks.
One time, I looked at a Logan Paul video and it made me feel weird. Who am I going to build ramps for now?
Well,
who am I supposed to build ramps for now?
That is the best quote from any show. I'm like crying. I'm laughing.
Yeah. Good old Hot Rod. All right. Well, I think that wraps it up for this episode. Thank you for downloading us. But before we go, we got to give a shout out to our awesome Patreon backers.
Jaron, you thought we were going to forget, didn't you? You thought we were going to forget. Guess what? We didn't forget. Tony's got it.
That's right. Big time shout out to...
I remind him.
David Broshinsky, Aaron Young, Connor Keesaw, Wiffleball Tony. Extra shout out to those guys. And then we can't forget about 255 max character limit reached. Andy Bird, Be the 8-year-old, Mark Cope. Scroll down here. Aaron Faulkner.
I love Andy Bird so much.
Adam Hecht, Dick Messerly, Eric Cruz, Eric Steinman, Joe, Josh Dorius, Keslow, King Knight to King Bishop 3, Matt Nelson, Me Speechless, like a Japanese video game,
What?
Ellipses, Nathan Matskas, No Name, No Color, Ryan M., Splinter, Stuart Lloyd, Travis Johnson. Get geeky stickers for your computer or laptop, or have me design something for you at Pieman Graphics on Etsy. There you go. Unfortunately, there is no lifeguard in the Gene pool. Y'all should check out Hendrix Craftsman on Insta and TikTok. All right. Thank you so much, Patreon backers. You are awesome. Now,
I like hearing you read.
Hey, thanks,
Me
man.
too.
Maybe I'll read the Patreon people on the next episode, too.
Prove it.
I will. Spoiler alert. All right. That's it for today. Thanks for downloading us this week. Next week, remember, it will be a throwback episode of the Gadget Spot.
Best of.
And also of note, hopefully you've listened all the way to the end now. This is the last week we will be both on the old Gadget Spot feed and on the new Geek Show feed. Going forward after this episode, we will only be on the new Geek Show feed.
And the Patreon feed.
Well, and the Patreon feed and YouTube. I mean, basically, the Gadget Spot feed is getting retired. So we will only be available on the Geek Show feed, YouTube channel, and Geek Show YouTube channel, and on Patreon.
It's easier to say that the Gadget Spot feed's going away. Just
the Gadget Spot feed is going away.
There you go.
There we
Nailed
go.
it.
All right. We'll see you next week. Why don't you take us out, Lando?
Hey, try turning it on and off again.